coordinates with the overall planning for the stadium and the related uses. It's also an opportunity for us to think about how to integrate the proposed development with the existing communities that surround it, especially given all of the ways that the relationships exist and will continue to exist between the surrounding communities and the site. It also will provide some guidance for parks and open space and really thinking about opening up the waterfront area and providing access in a way that we haven't seen before that really thinks about resilience and our climate readiness. And then lastly, again, as I mentioned, having zoning designations for each area. The next slide gives you just a sense of the timeline that we're working with. So this fall is really about the work that the team and DECPED are going to do to really think about kind of the visioning and stadium design. And so having that as a really important input into the beginning of the master plan process, which we expect to do at the top of the calendar year. You can expect to hear from us to start inviting you to be a part of community meetings like this, to talk specifically about the master plan starting in February. And then we'll work through the beginning of the summer to complete that master plan and have it released for public comment for a period of time, open to all public to comment. And then following that, we'll incorporate the comments and review the comments and incorporate any changes that we think are in the spirit of the effort. And then we'll submit it to the district council for consideration. So want to give you a sense of some of the design principles that we have started to develop that we think will guide that master plan process, and this is the kind of thing we'll want to get some feedback on as we begin the master plan process at the beginning of the year of 2026. And so thinking about this area as an important gateway, it's served that purpose for hundreds of years. And there may be a way for us to celebrate it in a unique way that's reflective of the existing community and the future development. We also think that inspiring legacy-type design is merited here, not just for the stadium, but the entire area. We know that the work of the Anacostia Waterfront Initiative has really spurred on that legacy. A lot of the work around redeveloping our libraries has also spurred that important design legacy, and so that's an important value. We also want to think about a development framework that values the existing resources we have here, the armory, the fields as well, and then thinking about also what we expect here, the stadium and the development associated with that, as well as the sportsplex, which many people, not just in this community, but across the city are excited about, as well as some residential development. How does that all kind of come together, and what are the relationships? So that's part of the value that we have related to a development framework. So certainly making sure that people can move through and to this site, regardless of how they want to travel here, so that they have choices that are real choices about mobility. Additionally, kind of having a connection to the neighborhood and really understanding how kind of the existing and surrounding communities and the new neighborhood development really can cohere together. That's going to be an important design principle as well. On the next slide, we also want to think about how to make sure our streetscapes are active, are ones that are at a human scale and really invite us to be a part of it, invite us to linger, invite us to gather, invite us to enjoy. Additionally, we know that there's going to be a wide variety of events that happen at the stadium, but we also think that the public space design of the entire site and the buildings throughout the site should really support, again, those wide-ranging events that fulfill a number of needs and desires of district residents. The last two principles are really about, again, thinking about kind of the civic activities, the recreational activities, and making sure that the spaces we have support that, and that we have this wonderful opportunity with this entire site to really build in and build on the legacy that we've had around the Anacostia Riverfront Trail and the variety of spaces that we have. We are a rich city as it relates to parks and open space, and this is a chance to add to those opportunities. So those are the principles. Again, you'll be able to access them, and we'll be using them as part of the conversations with you all about the master plan. I appreciate your time, and I'm going to hand it over to Ben.